To change a bike that's more set up for traditional cross-country or trail riding to something that's more suited and more specific to downhill riding, the first fundamental changes you want to make the bike work better are the way the cockpit's set up. You're going to want your seat to be considerably lower. I mean, pretty much as low as it goes to just get it out of the way. So if you have like a quick release seat collar, you just slam your seat down. Or, if you have an interrupted seat tube, you might have to get a shorter seat post or cut off the seat post that you have to get your seat lower. That's for standover clearance, so you can move around the bike and change your center of gravity. The next big thing, equally important, most bikes these days have riser handlebars as opposed to the flat handlebars that bikes were coming with a few years ago. But a shorter handlebar stem is generally going to help the way the bike handles in situations where you're doing downhill riding or free riding, because it's easier to unweight the front wheel of the bike, to loft it over obstacles, and the shorter stem basically forces you to lower your overall center of gravity to get more stability and closer to the ground. Making these changes to a bike that you're not using for more extreme riding makes the bike ride not as well. Other things that you need to do as you do things more seriously, you need to change your tires out from XC tires, which are thinner, lighter, harder rubber, to something with a thicker casing, a softer rubber that's going to resist flats and get more traction, at the expense of rolling resistance and climbing ability. Then probably the last thing, but something that's very important, is making sure when you get serious about this that you have some way of keeping your chain on your bike. This is what's called a chain retention system, or chain guide. So this series of rollers and plates here keeps my chain on my chain ring so it doesn't derail. And obviously, if you expect your chain to be there and you go to pedal and it's not there, there's going to be some nasty consequences. So that, maybe changing from, a binding style retention pedal to a flat pedal if the conditions warrant it, or if your riding style warrants it, is another thing to do. So these are all just slight little tweaks that help you get your setup, dialed for downhill riding.